This is Leo.
Welcome, buddy. Well, first, I think it's appropriate to ask, what has this been so far, and what are you looking forward to this weekend with your son here?
So far, it's been a little hectic, but it's just really cool. And to be able to do this type of thing with him is something that I think that we'll both remember forever.
What's the balance like trying to be the best dad you can be, but also the best NHL player you can be at the same time? How do you handle that?
Well, I got a lot of help, obviously. My wife does a great job with them at home. When I'm on the road, I'm not home as much as I'd like to be, but when I'm home, I just try to hang out with them as much as I can and take in the moments of them growing up.
What's been your favorite part? Hockey.
No, what's your favorite part of this so far, the All-Star game?
Having fun.
What's it like just with your kids here right now, getting to experience this moment?
It's just, it's really cool. I mean, I can't really express it. We've been here for just a couple hours so far, but doing the red carpet with them is something, like I said, that we'll remember forever.
What's it like to be named an All-Star your second time, but just at this point in your career?
It's an honor. I mean, anytime you can be named to an All-Star team, it's a huge honor. And I think I took the first one a little bit for granted when I was younger, but to have this opportunity to do it again, and have Leo being 5 years old enough to kind of understand it all, it's just really cool and honor.
Jaromir Jagr's number's going to be retired by the Penguins. Thoughts about that personally, what he means to you personally, what he means to hockey?
Obviously, well deserved. I mean, I think everybody knew that he would be first ballot Hall of Famer. He'll have his jersey retired probably in every team that he played for. And
can you get away from?
I just know growing up, whenever I was watching him, Pittsburgh kid, growing up in Pittsburgh, watching him play for the Penguins, he was just someone that I always looked up to.
Is it a mental break for you?
Phenomenal hockey player. Got lucky enough to play with him for 3 years in Florida. And he was just a great role model to look up to. He worked so hard. And to be able to play for as long as he has is nothing short of incredible.
We hear stories about his work ethic, how the coach, Levy told us that, I mean, he'd finish a practice, he'd come into his office, and Igor was in and needing to tell him something.
With this
his work ethic, too, in the gym.
Do you kind of look at this?
What did you see in that regard that made him
starting?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to play until you're 47 years old, whatever he is now, 45 years old, you obviously have to be doing something off the ice that's making you able to continue to play. And when I played with him, he was always doing something. He was at the rink later than anybody, and some unorthodox training, but whatever he was doing, he always wanted to get better. And that's something that he was able to kind of teach our young guys, and we all looked up to him in that sense.
The last 2 years, there's been more American All-Stars than Canadians, which is the first time, by my count, that that's happened before. What do you think has led to the rise of so many American stars in the game today?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just think the game in general is growing so much, and I think it'll continue to go in waves for the rest of time.
When you were growing up, do you remember what the narrative was like when it came to comparing USA hockey to Canada, and how that might have changed now?
Yeah, I mean, Team Canada, anytime I was in international tournaments, Team Canada was always the team to beat. Typically, they were the team beating everyone else, so it was Team Canada forever, but I think it's starting to even out a little bit.
Vincent, people call Toronto a smaller, cleaner New York. Is that a correct assessment?
Maybe a smaller Canadian version of New York. I don't know. New York's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, does it hold a candle to the Big Apple?
See somebody you got to keep up.
I base everything off of food, and I'd say that nowhere holds a candle to New York's food situation.
Can you talk about your time playing with Frank in Toronto and how he's evolved, these past several years, and obviously here today as well?
Yeah, Frankie was always an awesome teammate, always an awesome player. I don't even know if I mean, him being an all-star, it's not a surprise to any of us that have played with him in the past, and I think it's just more opportunity. He's always a guy that's going to finish. He's a spectacular goal scorer, always was, and you give him the opportunity, he's going to continue to do great things.
He was talking about the relationship you guys had when you played together. Can you flesh that out a little bit off the ice? Said the Italian guys got to stay together.
It might have been the Italian thing that we kind of cling to each other right away, but I don't know. We're very similar. Maybe the stubbornness of the Italians, but we have similar upbringings, similar styles of play, and I don't know. He's just a really good person at heart, so it's tough to not love him.
He used the word stubborn as well. He said, Trocheck, stubborn Italian. Exact words out of it.
I think that's just the way we grow up.
Can you, not as funny a subject, but can you just talk about being without Phil for the rest of the season and not only on ice, but off ice as well?
Yeah, it's a really tough situation. I mean, you never want to see a teammate, a friend go down like that. It's scary to see him going through what he has. And obviously, from a hockey perspective, you miss him a ton. He's obviously a really good hockey player. I think at this point, none of us are really worried about that, and we're more worried about his well-being. And we can hope that that's all we can do is hope that he's all right.
It must have, but was it shocking? You finally get him back, goes through a practice, and then boom, you lose him again, and you lose him for the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were all shocked. It was awesome to see him back, and everybody was so excited to see him back on the ice. And whatever happened, happened. And like I said, you lose him for the year on the ice, but we're all really just worried about his well-being. That's the most important thing.
Vincent, what can you say about the season Sidney Crosby is having, just making the All-Star game at age 36?
Yeah, well, what can you say about what he's doing ever? I mean, he's such a good hockey player. I don't think anybody is surprised if he wants to play until he's 50. I think he could. He does all the right things. He's the kind of guy, the way he plays, I think he could do it for as long as he wants. He's complete player, 200-foot player, whatever you need him to do, he's going to do.
Getting Malkin closing in on 500 career goals, what's stood out to you about the career he's had being a Pittsburgh guy growing up, seeing him?
He's just so dynamic. I mean, when I was growing up, not to make him sound old, when I was younger, him and Sid coming into the league, those were two guys that every kid in Pittsburgh playing hockey looked up to, and on any given night, he could be the best player in the world. It's been a lot of fun to watch his career.
Vincent, I'm sorry. I'm sure you were asked this to begin with, but just you being here today, what does it mean to your family, obviously, and also what do you think of what they've done with the format?
Yeah, I mean, first it's just obviously to be an NHL All-Star is a huge honor, and I think my first time around I kind of took it for granted being a younger kid, but now that I have a couple kids of my own and my son's old enough to kind of understand what's going on, and he loves the game of hockey so much. He plays NHL on his Xbox, and he knows every mascot, every player in the league. And to have him here with me now at this age it's special to be able to go through it with him and have him see everything and be a part of it.
I got it when I was young.
About the growth of the game and how much do you appreciate having fans from all over the world?
First of all, hola.
Hola. There you go.
So it's really good for us and really good for the world. Like, I think hockey is open for everybody, and I think it's will be really good to play hockey in Barcelona or somewhere else, like speak Spanish. It's really good, and I think hopefully like the league will be bigger and hockey teams will be more.
One last thing, and I'm done. What would be your advice for such goalies that they want to make it to the NHL, young goalies? What would be the advice?
Work hard, listen coach, and don't give up a lot of goals.
That's a good one.
How much of NHL history did you know before you came over? How much are you aware of the past?
Like, to be honest, I like to watch NHLs. Like, I have really bad memory.
What's it like to be
Because, like,
an all-star?
about everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like to watch everything, like all sports.
So, do you appreciate what it means, to be in an NHL All-Star game? 2 years in a row, or a couple of years in a row, to be among these players, the all-time great players who have played in
I
these
think
games.
to be in NHL, it's already something special. I think, like, for everybody, it's a dream to be like to play one game in the NHL, to be drafted or something. So I'm so happy I'm an NHL player, and I'm so happy to be here like 2 years in a row. It's a special moment too.
Is this week? Can you get away from the season when you still have to come here, you still have to put on the pads, you're still playing a game? Is it a mental break for you from the season?
Yeah, it's really good to have a break. So, like, charging a little bit, work in the gym, like on something special, and to be like with the family a little bit more than usually. It's most important thing. So come here, have fun a couple of days, and be ready like for the second half of the season.
And with this week off, do you kind of look at this as almost a fresh start? You're starting again. So what good happened in the first half, what bad happened in the first half is the past, and now it just starts.
It's already happened, so I don't think about that right now. I just want to have fun, hopefully win something, stop something, and enjoy the weekend.
Do you enjoy the skills competition?
Not really, because I will not do anything. So.
Do you enjoy getting to be at something like this, especially with the first half? Maybe take your mind off of 2 years.
Sorry?
You kind of enjoy getting to be at something like this, maybe take your mind off of some of the first half games and recharge yourself.
What do you think has led to the rise of so many American stars?
We just refresh and get back for second half. So nothing new.
Okay. When you were growing up, do you remember what the era was like when it came to marrying?
What makes David Pastrnak such a tough guy to play against?
He's a special player. He's really good. He feels the time when he needs to make a shot, make a pass, and usually he looks like really.
People call Toronto a smaller, cleaner New York. Is that a correct assessment?
Relaxed.
He looks like relaxed, and he like. To be honest, sometimes feels he doesn't want to score, and it's happened. When you don't think about it, that's happened. And looks like he just enjoy every night, just play hockey, and that's why he's so good.
Is he somebody you got to keep out of the base everything off when he doesn't have the puck?
Yeah, of course, you just need to be ready for everything. And like for goalies, you need to see all 5 players on the ice, and because like everything happened very quick.
Always. Thanks.